The Ethiopian Bible holds secrets so explosive they've been kept from the world for centuries. What if I told you the truth has been hidden right in front of our eyes, but no one dared to expose it? Brace yourself for a journey into the forbidden text they don't want you to read. Have you ever wondered why ancient books like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants were ripped out of the Bible? These banned writings hold dark and powerful truths that shake the foundations of everything we thought we knew about Scripture. Today, we're revealing those secrets. But first, welcome to the channel that dares to uncover the hidden layers of biblical history. If you're captivated by mysteries and untold stories, you're in the right place. Subscribe, and we promise to keep bringing you the revelations they tried to bury. Ethiopia stands as an untouchable enigma, the only African nation that colonial powers couldn't conquer, and with it, a vault of ancient knowledge that has survived untouched for thousands of years. This includes a staggering collection of original biblical texts, the Apocrypha, that you've probably never heard of. But what is the Apocrypha, and why was it hidden away? The very word Apocrypha means secret or hidden in Greek, and for good reason. These texts were deliberately excluded from what we know as the Bible today, but why? What were they trying to hide? The Apocrypha holds tales of giants, fallen angels, and catastrophic events that reshape everything we thought we knew about the Bible. These aren't just stories. They are warnings that were meant to guide humanity but were silenced by religious and political authorities centuries ago. Different branches of Christianity argue over which books to include in the Bible, but the Ethiopian Bible breaks all the rules. It stands alone with its collection of 88 books, many of which were erased from the version we read today. And the Ethiopian Bible doesn't just tell the story of creation. It chronicles the entire span of time, from the beginning of the world to the final apocalypse, details that no other text dares to reveal. But here's the burning question: why is the Ethiopian Bible ignored by the rest of the world? Why have these texts been silenced and dismissed? It all goes back to early Christian politics, decisions made by church leaders who feared the power these writings held. They didn't want the truth getting out. But that's just the surface. One of the most baffling facts about the Ethiopian Bible is that it was written to document events that no human was present to witness. Who had the power to record the creation of the world? How could these ancient scribes have known the secrets of the universe unless they were given divine insight? These are questions that have haunted scholars for centuries, but no one wants to talk about them. And that's why the Ethiopian Bible is one of the most dangerous books in history. Unlike any other version of the Bible, Ethiopia's scriptures include the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, and countless other texts banned from public libraries. The very existence of these writings threatens to upend the entire history of Christianity as we know it. Ethiopia's deep-rooted Christian faith goes back to the 4th century, long before most of the world even knew what Christianity was. Ethiopia became a sanctuary for persecuted believers, and with them they brought the Holy Scriptures that would later be banned in most parts of the world. Take, for example, the story of Philip and the Ethiopian eunuch, a high-ranking official under Queen Candace. It wasn't just a casual encounter. This was the moment Christianity expanded beyond the Jewish community, forever altering the course of history. This official wasn't just any ordinary man. He had immense influence, and when he brought Christianity back to Ethiopia, he changed the nation forever. This event is documented in Acts 8:26-40, where Philip, led by an angel, preaches to the eunuch and baptizes him, planting the seeds of Christianity in Ethiopia. What's even more shocking is how the Spirit of the Lord intervenes, transporting Philip to another place, leaving the eunuch to spread the gospel in his homeland. This isn't just a biblical story. It's a pivotal moment in the history of faith, a moment that has been largely ignored in the Western world's retelling of Christian history. And that's not all. By the 5th century, Ethiopia had translated the Bible into Ge'ez, their ancient language, making it one of the first nations to engage directly with the Word of God in their native tongue. This wasn't just a translation. It was a revolutionary act that allowed the Ethiopian people to claim the Bible as their own, fostering a Christian culture unlike any other. The Ethiopian Bible's unique history and structure distinguish it within the Christian tradition. However, the process of forming the Bible as we know it today involved complex decisions about which texts to include. Early church leaders convened in councils, such as the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD and the First Council of Constantinople in 381 AD, to determine the canon of Scripture. They established criteria that a book must be authored by an apostle or an eyewitness of Jesus and align with the theological context of other scriptures. This rigorous selection process led to the exclusion of many texts, including those found in the Ethiopian Bible. The King James Bible, commissioned in the early 1600s by King James I to unify Christianity under his rule, followed similar criteria and excluded these books. The King James Version, benefiting from the printing revolution, became one of the most accessible Bible translations, further solidifying which books were considered biblical. One reason the Ethiopian Bible remains less known is its language barrier. It is written in Ge'ez, which limits its accessibility to those unfamiliar with the language. Additionally, the unique practices and traditions of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church have contributed to its relative isolation from other Christian denominations, a small portion in Aramaic. Despite the diversity in authorship and historical context, the Bible presents a cohesive narrative about God's relationship with humanity. The Ethiopian Bible, with its inclusion of both the Apocrypha and pseudepigrapha, offers a unique lens through which we can view early religious thought and practice. These texts provide valuable insights into the beliefs and traditions of early Christians, especially in Ethiopia, which holds a place as one of the oldest Christian nations in the world. The content of Genesis in the Ethiopian Bible is enriched with additional details and interpretations that delve deeper into the creation story, the lives of the patriarchs, and the establishment of Jewish laws and customs. It underscores the significance of the Sabbath and introduces a solar calendar, differing from the traditional Jewish lunar calendar. The Ethiopian text organizes time into jubilees, cycles of 49 years, and attempts to synchronize biblical events within this framework. Included in the Ethiopian canon are texts like the Ascension of Isaiah and the Apocalypse of Peter, which shed light on early Christian eschatology and the beliefs surrounding the end times. This inclusion sets the Ethiopian Bible apart from other Christian canons, such as the Protestant, Catholic, and Eastern Orthodox traditions. While the Catholic canon includes 73 books incorporating deuterocanonical texts not found in the Protestant Bible, it lacks the unique books preserved in the Ethiopian tradition. The Ethiopian Bible's preservation of texts like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees is particularly noteworthy. These books, considered canonical in Ethiopia, contain narratives about angels, demons, and the origins of sin that are absent from other Christian biblical canons. The Book of Enoch, for example, offers a detailed account of the fall of the angels and their interactions with humanity, influencing not only religious thought, but also the cultural and theological understanding of sin and redemption. Understanding why certain books were included or excluded from the biblical canon involves examining the complex interplay of historical, cultural, and theological factors that influenced early church leaders during canonical deliberations. Decisions were often based on the text's apostolic origins, theological consistency, and the spiritual edification they provided to the Christian community. The story of Moses and the Exodus, central to both the Jewish and Christian traditions, highlights the liberation of the Israelites from Egyptian bondage and their journey towards the Promised Land. This narrative, coupled with references to Ethiopia, Cushan, and its people throughout the Bible, underscores the significant role this region played in biblical history. The visit of the Queen of Sheba to King Solomon's court, as recorded in 1 Kings, exemplifies the cultural and knowledge exchange between Ethiopia and Israel, enriching our understanding of these ancient civilizations. In the New Testament, the story of the Ethiopian eunuch's conversion to Christianity, as recounted in Acts, marks one of the earliest instances of Christianity spreading to Africa. This account not only highlights the inclusivity of the Christian message, but also illustrates the profound impact of scriptural understanding and evangelistic outreach. The Ethiopian Bible, therefore, is not just a collection of religious texts, but a portal into the diverse and rich tapestry of early Christian thought. It serves as a testament to Ethiopia's long-standing Christian heritage and its role in preserving unique narratives that contribute to our broader understanding of biblical and religious history. As such, the Ethiopian Bible is an invaluable resource for scholars, theologians, and anyone interested in the depths of biblical studies and the variegated patterns of Christian tradition across different cultures. Pause. Do you want to read the Book of Giants? Or the Book of Adam and Eve? Maybe even the early life of Jesus? Lucky for you, we have prepared a PDF file filled with thousands of apocryphas and helpful resources. Obviously, you can do this research yourself, but why work hard when we got you covered? Check the link in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Let's return to the video. Now for Noah. You know the guy who built the ark and his family spread after the flood. His sons play a pivotal role in the narrative of human history. These blessings were not just familial affirmations, but prophetic declarations that shaped the trajectory of entire nations and cultures. Shem, Ham, and Japheth were tasked with repopulating the earth, each setting the foundations for distinct lineages that would grow into diverse cultures and civilizations. The biblical record specifically notes Ham as the progenitor of many African nations. This connection is deeply embedded in the scriptural accounts which detail the lands and lineages that sprung from Ham and his descendants. The genealogy of Ham is rich with historical significance, linking him to regions that encompass much of modern-day Africa. Cush, for example, is associated with the territories that now include Sudan and Ethiopia, areas known for their ancient civilizations and significant contributions to human history. Ms.Reem, traditionally identified with Egypt, further highlights the profound impact of Ham's lineage given Egypt's storied past and its monumental influence on both ancient and modern cultures. Moreover, the scriptures trace other sons of Ham, put in Canaan, each contributing to the tapestry of African and Near Eastern histories. Canaan's descendants, for instance, are linked to the historical Canaanites, who occupied the land that comprises present-day Israel and Palestine, an area of perpetual historical and spiritual significance. These genealogical connections underscore the Bible's intricate narrative weave that binds the spiritual, historical, and cultural identities of diverse peoples across millennia. By exploring these lineages, we not only uncover the roots of ancient civilizations, but also gain insights into the profound spiritual legacies that these cultures bear. This exploration into the genealogies provided in the Bible enriches our understanding of humanity's shared past, revealing the interconnectedness of our histories and the shared lineage that binds us. Each name and narrative in the biblical record offers a window into the lives of those who have shaped the spiritual and historical contours of our world. This detailed genealogy in the scriptures not only maps the dispersal of Noah's descendants, but also sets the stage for the historical and cultural development of vast regions. Ham's lineage, notably through his son Cush, is linked with the region of Egypt, including what is now Sudan. Cush is often considered a forefather of the Nubians, among other groups. This connection highlights the Bible's role in tracing the ancestry of African civilizations, contrary to the widespread misconception that the curse of Ham implies a negative portrayal of African descendants. Instead, the Bible chronicles the spread and influence of Ham's lineage across Africa, demonstrating their critical role in the continent's rich history. The genealogical records extend beyond merely listing names. They weave a complex narrative of migration, settlement, and cultural exchange. This broad dispersion across continents underscores the Bible's intricate portrayal of human history. It reveals how from one family, the family of Noah, came the diverse tapestry of cultures and peoples that populate the earth. Each son of Noah, according to their blessings and roles, laid the foundations for the future of their descendants. Noah's prophetic blessings in Genesis 9:25-27 not only forecasted the geographical spread of his sons, but also prefigured the spiritual and cultural characteristics that would define their descendants. Shem's special relationship with God, as highlighted through Noah's blessing, signifies a covenantal line that would carry forward the monotheistic traditions fundamental to both Judaism and Islam. Through these genealogies, the Bible does not just serve as a historical document. It acts as a divine revelation that offers insights into the spiritual and moral dynamics that have shaped human civilization. These stories of origins and migrations are not only of genealogical interest, but are imbued with theological significance, reflecting the unfolding of God's plan for humanity post-flood. As we delve into these narratives, we are reminded of the profound interconnectedness of the human family and the ongoing relevance of these ancient texts in understanding our collective past. By tracing the lineages and migrations detailed in the Bible, we gain a deeper appreciation of the complex web of human history and the divine narrative that has guided. The Canaanites, known for their complex urban societies and rich cultural traditions, played a pivotal role in the development of the Middle Eastern region, as recounted in various narratives throughout the Bible. Canaan's narrative, while rooted in the Middle East, is an essential part of understanding the broader history of Ham's descendants. This connection underlines the interlinked destinies of peoples and underscores the fact that the descendants of Ham not only shaped African history, but also had a substantial influence on the civilizations of the Middle East. The genealogy of Canaan is particularly detailed, reflecting his importance in biblical history. Genesis chapter 10 lists his sons, including Sidon, Heth, and several others who founded the principal Canaanite tribes. These tribes, each with their own distinct identities and territories, contributed to the cultural mosaic of the region. The narratives surrounding these tribes provide insights into the early geopolitical landscape of the landscape, illustrating the interactions, conflicts, and alliances that shaped its history. The story of Ham's descendants is a testament to the spread of human civilization across continents and the profound impact of these early peoples on world history. From Cush's influence in the regions that would become Ethiopia and Sudan to Mizraim's legacy in Egypt, each son of Ham established lineages that would leave lasting marks on both Africa and the Middle East. The Bible's account of these genealogies offers more than just a historical record. It provides a framework for understanding the deep connections between different cultures and the shared heritage of humanity. By tracing the lineages of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the Bible not only maps the physical dispersal of Noah's descendants, but also weaves a narrative that spans cultural, ethical, and spiritual dimensions. This comprehensive genealogical mapping helps us appreciate the complex tapestry of human history and the interconnectedness of different civilizations. As we delve into these stories, we are reminded of the rich diversity of the human family and the enduring impact of these ancient lineages on our modern world. Exploring these genealogies invites us to reflect on the broader implications of these narratives for understanding the origins and migrations of peoples, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the ongoing influence of these ancient cultures on contemporary society. Each name and lineage in these biblical accounts encapsulates a story of survival, adaptation, and influence, enriching our understanding of human history and its continuous unfolding. For those intrigued by the deep historical roots and the enduring legacies of these ancient figures, the biblical genealogies offer a fascinating journey through time. They challenge us to consider the profound ways in which our histories are intertwined and how, through these ancient texts, we can gain insights into the forces that have shaped the human experience across millennia. Egyptian society, blending their deep-rooted traditions with innovations that spurred cultural and technological advancements. The legacy of Mizraim and his descendants underpins the historical narrative of Egypt, portraying a civilization that was both vibrant and capable of immense achievements. This narrative also emphasizes the profound impact of geography on cultural and political development. The strategic location of Egypt, bridging Africa and the Near East, made it a cultural melting pot and a focal point for interactions between diverse civilizations. These interactions enriched Egyptian culture, making it one of the most sophisticated of the ancient world. The contributions of Egypt to art, architecture, science, and governance are still revered today, highlighting the enduring legacy of Ham's descendants. The narrative of Mizraim and his role in the development of Egyptian civilization provides a clear example of how biblical genealogies can enhance our understanding of historical and cultural developments. By tracing the lineages and migrations of Noah's descendants, The Bible provides a framework for understanding the dispersion of peoples and the rise of ancient civilizations. This genealogical approach not only helps us appreciate the historical context of these developments, but also illuminates the interconnectedness of the human story. Through the story of Mizraim, the Bible teaches us about the importance of cultural and historical legacies. It shows how individual and collective actions can shape the course of history, influencing not just contemporaneous societies but also future generations. The biblical account of Mizraim's descendants helps us understand the broader narrative of human civilization, where geography, culture, and history converge to shape the destinies of peoples. Understanding these biblical narratives in their proper historical and cultural contexts is essential for a fair and accurate interpretation of the scriptures. It helps to demystify misconceptions and correct historical distortions that have led to misinterpretations over the centuries. By studying these stories, we gain insights into the complexities of human history and the role of divine providence in shaping it. His legacy is indicative of the capabilities and influence of Cush's descendants, who not only shaped the landscapes of their territories but also left an indelible mark on ancient civilization narratives. Nimrod's prowess as a mighty hunter before the Lord symbolizes more than just physical strength or skill in hunting. It represents leadership, vigor, and the capacity to protect and prosper his communities. This portrayal in Genesis serves to emphasize the qualities valued by the societies from which these stories originated, such as bravery, leadership, and resourcefulness. The cities founded by Nimrod, particularly Babel, are steeped in biblical lore associated with the story of the Tower of Babel. This narrative explores themes of human ambition, divine intervention, and the diversification of languages. It reflects on the relationship between human endeavor and divine will, illustrating how Nimrod's initiatives reach a pivotal moment in biblical history that explains the spread of peoples and languages across the earth. Nimrod's role in these founding narratives portrays him as a linchpin in the development of urban civilization in the ancient Nemeanset. His achievements in building cities underscore the transition from nomadic tribes to settled communities that would eventually form the bedrock of successive empires. These urban centers facilitated cultural development, trade, and the exchange of ideas, fostering the growth of some of the world's earliest civilizations. Moreover, the mention of Nimrod and the cities he founded highlights the interconnectedness of ancient peoples. The regions mentioned in Genesis were melting pots of various cultures and ethnicities, influencing each other through trade, warfare, and migration. This interconnectivity is a crucial aspect of understanding ancient history, as it underscores the dynamic nature of human interactions and the fluid boundaries of ancient states and cultures. Nimrod's narrative also serves as a foundational story for understanding the significance of leadership and vision in the ancient world. It provides a historical and cultural context for the emergence of powerful rulers who could mobilize resources and people to create monumental cities and societal structures. This capability to organize and unify diverse groups under a single leadership vision is emblematic of the biblical characters descended from Cush, reflecting their profound impact on historical developments. The story of Nimrod and the cities he founded, therefore, is not just about the physical establishment of these urban centers, but also about the cultural and societal innovations that accompanied these developments. It is a story of civilization itself, encapsulating themes of growth, ambition, and the complex interactions between divine providence and human agency. In exploring these narratives, we not only delve into the rich tapestry of biblical history, but also gain insights into the broader human story, a story of how diverse peoples from various backgrounds have contributed to the shaping of the world's civilizations. Nimrod's tale, like those of his forebears, invites us to reflect on the legacy of ancient figures whose lives and deeds still resonate in the historical consciousness and cultural heritage of contemporary societies. Association with African peoples and their territories as described in the Bible. This connection is deeply rooted in the biblical genealogies, where Ham is depicted as the progenitor of several African nations. The narrative intertwines with the cultural and historical significance of regions such as Sudan and Ethiopia, which are rich in ancient history and have long been considered cradles of civilization. The suggestion that Ham might be buried in these areas reflects not only a geographical association, but also a cultural acknowledgement of his influence on the populations there. Such speculations, while not supported by concrete archaeological evidence, underscore the enduring legacy of biblical figures in the collective memory and cultural identity of various communities. In Ethiopia, for instance, the legend of Ham's burial might be intertwined with the historical narratives of the Queen of Sheba and her son Menelik, who is said to have brought the Ark of the Covenant to Ethiopia. These stories, part of the national mythology, link directly back to the biblical lineage of Ham, further cementing his role in the foundation of their national identity. Similarly, in Sudan, local lore might incorporate Ham's legacy in the context of the ancient kingdoms of Nubia, which had significant interactions with early Egyptian civilization. Historically linked to Ham through his descendant Mizraim, Egypt, the cultural narratives could place Ham within the lineage of rulers, or as a patriarchal figure that connects with the grandeur of the Nubian and Kushite kingdoms. These cultural interpretations and local legends reflect a broader human tendency to connect with the past by anchoring legendary figures in specific landscapes. They serve to enrich the local history and imbue the land with a deeper historical and spiritual significance, linking the present with the biblical past. Moreover, the exploration of these narratives provides insight into how biblical stories are woven into the fabric of cultural identity, influencing perceptions and traditions. It illustrates the profound impact of biblical genealogies, not only in shaping historical and cultural understanding, but also in fostering a sense of belonging and continuity among the descendants of these ancient figures. While the exact details of Ham's life, including his age and burial place, remain shrouded in the mists of time, the legacy of his descendants and their foundational role in various civilizations continues to be celebrated in stories, cultural practices, and historical explorations. This blending of history, legend, and biblical narrative serves as a testament to the enduring influence of these ancient figures and the timeless nature of the stories that continue to inspire and inform generations. This exploration into the biblical origins and stories of Ham and his descendants not only deepens our understanding of historical narratives, but also underscores our ongoing responsibility to engage with our past constructively. By acknowledging and valuing the diverse contributions of all peoples, we can forge a more inclusive and equitable future, rooted in the principles and love taught in the scriptures. I hope you guys were able to learn something new in this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.